Oh, hey, buddy. Lisa, what are you doing, Ashley? Hi, I'm Ashley and I love horses. I'm a lifelong horse owner and spent over 10 years working professionally in the horse industry. Some of those years were spent working as a groom. So, in that case, the barns I worked at had a trainer who would ride the horses and who was in charge of basically their training under saddle. So, in all these cases, they had many horses to get ridden or trained in a day. So then they would hire people to be grooms. And that means that basically you're getting the horse ready for training. And then after they're done riding, you're putting them back. So that means getting them out of their stall or their pen, taking off any blankets, brushing them, cleaning their feet, and often tacking them up as well, putting the saddle on and all that. Sometimes that even includes warming them up. Then you pass them off to the trainer, and when the trainer's finished, they give the horse back to you. You may have to cool them down. You might have to bath them or get them hosed off, and then brushing them and getting them sort of back ready to go out to their normal day, either in the stall or in the pasture. I really enjoyed this work and I learned a lot of things through it, things that I've been able to then go and apply to my own horses. So today I want to show you some of my favorite grooming tools. And if you have just got a horse or you're thinking about getting one, I recommend getting some tools like the ones I'm going to show you today. Now, I think that there's a lot of tools you can get that will do the job in these cases, but these are my preferences. So the ones that I prefer and the ones I keep on hand in my own stable to groom my own horses. So I really recommend them, but you don't have to follow what I'm doing. Just a good thing maybe to keep in mind if you're shopping. First, I'm going to start with what you might call a curry comb. So my favorite are the ones like this. So you can see it's got all these little sort of rubber fingers. I like the rubber because it's kind of stiff enough on the hair that it pulls out a lot of the dirt, but but it's also soft enough that it's not like scraping against any bony areas. So this one is just flat and it has a little like thumb handle there. And then I have another one that has a handle on it so that I can go like this. And I like these. You kind of can do a circular motion and really get in there and get to the bottom of the hair, especially like now when the horses have really thick winter coats. These ones are the ones I prefer the best. Next would be your dandy brushes or your soft brushes. And I have quite a few of these. I think this one, though, is my favorite. So it's quite well used, as you can see. It's got the handle on it, which has only ripped slightly after quite a few years of using it. So you can kind of grab onto it like this, and then it's just kind of soft hair brushes to brush and sweep all the dust and dirt away that you dug up with the rubber curry. So this is the type of soft brush that I prefer. I do have a couple other ones though that I like. I have one of these kind of classic ones. And this one is just a little bit stiffer. So if you're trying to get through like some sweat on the hair or some mud, one that's a little bit stiffer is going to do a good job of getting kind of that harder dirt and that harder crust off. So those are probably my two favorite curries, but I do have like more. Oh, so many. Next. So it's going to be spring right away soon. So it's going to be shedding season. My horses have just started to shed. And so I'm going to be pulling out my shedding blade. I've tried a few different types of shedding kind of brushes, but I always come back to the shedding blade. So it's just one strip of metal with little teeth carved on the side and then a handle, and you can use it to brush the horse. And it really is good at getting that loose hair off. It gets a lot of hair off, and what I like about this is you don't have to like pick it out all the time. You don't have to go and like pull the hair off all the time. It usually just falls off as long as you're keeping your brush clean. I also like that it can open up, so like this, so you can even go like that and brush the full horse like that. You could also use the shedding blade to knock off snow or water. It is pretty good at just wicking water off if you're wanting to just get some of that excess water off if they've been out in the rain or after a bath. And you just would use probably the smooth side of it. Or I also do like to use a sweat blade. So this is just plastic. It's smooth on all ends. It's got a hanger on this side, and you can use it to just flick. you can and you can use it to just flick off any water or snow or sweat. And so I like that a lot. Really easy to use, cheap, easy to clean, even though mine is not clean. I also have used a lot of different mane brushes, and only just in the last couple of years did I settle on one that I think is my favorite, and that's this one. What I like about this one is it's really easy to grab. It has a very sturdy handle. And then the teeth on this thing have not come out at all yet. And I've been using this for a few years. It's all plastic, so it's really easy to clean. I can just throw it under the hose or throw it in a bucket of water. And I think just my favorite part is that I just can go as hard as I want on the mane, as without causing the horse discomfort, of course. And it just really gets the knots out and it doesn't fall apart doing it. Whereas some of these other brushes, like this one, you can see a bunch of the needles came out, or even some of my combs have needles fallen out. This one, see. Whereas this one hasn't had any of that yet. And I really appreciate that about this. Plus, it's pretty and it didn't cost me a ton of money either. I think it's also great to keep a pair of scissors around. If you can get some mane scissors, that's ideal because they are going to have that sharpness that you're looking for, and again, have kind of a sturdy grip. But just regular kitchen scissors does the trick too. Just these last a lot longer. The next thing I'm going to point out in my grooming box is not really used in the winter. It's more of a summer, fall type thing, and that's my bot knife. So I like these because they do pull out bot eggs. So if you live somewhere like me where your horses get little fly eggs on their legs, little yellow specks, those are bot eggs. And so you can just use this and it can kind of scrape them out. It does an okay job. I haven't found anything that does better than this. I've tried a razor, like just a regular cheap one that you can buy at the dollar store, and that does okay as well. But I think actually this does a little bit better job. But if you have found something that really works for you, let me know because I'd be interested to hear. I also have to recommend this little grooming kit that I have. So it's sort of, you can wear it like a belt, and it has little scissors in it, it has clips, it has a comb, and then it has some items just that you can use for braiding. So having one of these is really helpful if you're a groom or if you're braiding at shows. Or if you just like to braid your horse for fun, I recommend having one of these. It even has a little holder for like spray bottles. And so I think this is really cool. I bought it sort of for fun, but I actually really like it. I would have shown you my co-conditioner, but I spilled it all in getting all this stuff ready for the video, so I don't have any anymore. I'm not super particular about a specific brand. I do like Cowboy Magic brand stuff. Their detangler I've found to be nice, but I also think Shoshin is good, or basically anything in your area. It's not usually crazy expensive, so you can try a few brands and see kind of what you like for you and for your horse. The last thing to cover is hooves. The hoof pick in my grooming kit is actually not my favorite type of hoof pick. I have a favorite one. I'll put a picture up. And I like those ones because they have a better grip than these kind of smaller ones. And they also have that brush on the end, which is really nice for scraping out loose dirt or anything that you've kind of picked out and hasn't fallen off yet. You can use the brush. This kind is okay too. I do have these. I used to have one of those ones, but I lost it. And I just never bought another one because I have like 6 of these. So maybe that'll have to be like a Christmas present or something. Anyway, these are fine. This one I like because it's purple and it's got a good kind of end on it. It hasn't gotten too worn down, so there's still a bit of a bite when I can bite into the mud and such in the hoof. So this isn't the worst. I do like it, but the other one I showed you is the kind I like best. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, hey. Lisa, what are you doing, Ashley? Do you want to come in and get groomed? Okay, well, the horses just showed up, so I'm going to grab them and give them a nice grooming. I don't think it's a riding day today. I'm pretty cold, but I can give them a nice groom and a snack. Well, that's my show and tell for today. If you have any grooming items that you really like, please let me know. Put them in the comments. Maybe I'll have to try a few new things if you can give me any suggestions. And I hope that you are having a great day and that you get a chance to get outside and get away from screens for a while. And if you like this video or like others like it, make sure that you check out the rest of my channel, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks. See you later. Bye.